Hey Thrivers, Heather here, and I'm checking in at a very busy day, and I was really feeling a lot of the pressure of everything that we're doing right now. We're about to open doors of our live path course again. We've had doors shut for 3 months, and so I was going through my huge checklist of things I had to do, and kind of feeling some of that stress and that pressure build up. And I wanted to share with you something really powerful that my mentor shared with me and that I teach all of our clients, even our reboot members and our course members, mindset practice to help combat the stress, to be a stress buster. And I understand that when things are challenging in your relationship, stress levels can go through the roof, right? Not only do we have regular life going on, we have kids to take care of, we have projects to run, you have work and all these other things that you might be going through. And then we add in the challenges of struggling relationship and the heartbreak and the challenges and the anger and the pain and the frustration and the fear and all of that can accompany it, can put our cortisol levels through the roof, right? And it can be very challenging. Like we lose sleep, we don't focus on things. If you can relate to this, let me know. If you're a human being, then this should sound familiar, right? Hey, Holly. Yeah, she says super stressed. Exactly. Lisa, Bobby, thanks for joining. And so it's really important that when we're in these moments of stress and even just the everyday things of life that we have to go through. I mean, right now, we just went personally back-to-back family reunions, one to Kansas, the next one to Idaho. And so we visited over 100 family members in that time, which okay, that can be stressful just in and of itself. Love my family, love them. But there's always challenging situations and personalities that can come up there. Plus, just driving with my kids all that ways and then coming all the way back. And now it's like laundry mountains are flooding my home. Mountains don't flood. Mountains are rising up from the floorboards of laundry. And then, just launching our new coaching program and doing our podcast and all these things, right? So I was feeling the stress and I was feeling the pressure. I'm human just like you. And so when I start to notice that these triggers are happening and I'm starting to notice myself tell some unproductive stories, even building in some limiting beliefs, I always look at what I'm doing with my mindset and recognizing that I haven't been practicing my regular mindset rituals, being off with traveling and family and vacations and all that stuff in the summer, and I needed to get back to it. One of the most important things that I've learned is that we need to slow down to speed up. So if there seems like there's so much that we need to do, I need to work on all this stuff for my relationship. I need to listen to all these modules. I need to apply all these lessons. I need to go to my coaching session. I need to go to my group coaching session. I need to have this conversation with my spouse. I need to set this healthy boundary. I need to take care of the kids. I need to, do the job and school or whatever else might be going on in your life. Then it's very easy to just get into busy mode. And we think that if we just get into action, somehow we're going to get ahead. Does it ever work? No, it never works. Unless you're the rare exception, let me know. But no, it never, ever works. When we get into action, we think that we're going to get all these things done, and somehow then we're going to have space later on to be able to breathe or be able to decompress or feel like we got ahead. But what happens to that space? It gets filled up with more things to do. So busyness just perpetuates busyness. Checklists just perpetuate more checklists. And we run around thinking that we might someday have a break, and it doesn't come. So what we need to do is we need to do some pattern interrupting. And for me, it feels very counterintuitive, but it works. So when I'm in the process where I feel like I need to get into action, I need to do all these things, and it feels like I don't have time. I don't know if you ever hear yourself say that. I just don't have time. There's not enough hours in the day. I wish I could clone myself. I mean, these are all things that I say, right? And I'm sure you can relate. And so if we're saying those kind of things, then it feels very counterintuitive that we need to actually slow down. And this is what it looks like for me. So I feel like I need to keep getting in action, and I don't have time to slow down. I don't have time to do my morning ritual practice that we give our coaching clients to do every single day. I don't have time to do my exercise. I don't have time to go meditate. I don't have time to slow down. I need to keep going. But if I do that, again, you get caught in a perpetual rat race of having to keep going, like spinning on that hamster wheel. And we don't get off until we get exhausted or burned out, and then we have to get off. And life forces us to get off through illness or some other means of like a complete breakdown because we just can't do it anymore. So what I've learned to do instead is slow down and take not even a lot of time. I'll literally say I just spent 7 minutes on my phone listening to the river clearing meditation. And I was clearing those limiting beliefs. I was slowing down my breathing. I was centering myself. And I gave myself just a small amount of time and space. That's exactly what the river clearing meditation does. And it's in Relationship Reboot. If you're a customer or a client, you should know what that is because it's awesome and it's essential. And it's one of the very best mindset tools ever to communicate with your subconscious mind. So if you haven't yet used it, then go in. It's always in module 2 because I always want it right at the beginning, and do the river clearing meditation or something similar. Anything that's going to allow you to do some deep breathing, which gets us out of our limbic system, which is the fight, flight, freeze response, which is our stress response, and gets us into the reasoning part of our brain. Okay, it relaxes our nervous system, allows more blood flow to get to the brain, and it just relaxes our body and calms us down. And then as we do that process and we give ourselves some time, even 10, 15 minutes, just put on some relaxing music, do some meditation, go for a walk, take a bubble bath, take a hot shower, do whatever helps you to feel, this is the most important thing, to feel relaxed, to feel re-energized, to feel centered. And when you do that, a very small amount of time that you think you don't have, but you really do, when you give yourself that time, then you're able to come back to all of your responsibilities and everything that you're trying to work on with a fresh perspective, with new energy, with a renewed sense of, okay, I can do this, of that confidence, and just the ability to know that it's going to be okay, and an ability to know that you can find calmness even amidst the storm. But you're the one that has to steer the ship in that direction, because life is going to take you here and there and everywhere unless you do that intentionally. So if you are feeling high levels of stress, if you're feeling high levels of anxiety, high levels of overwhelm, pain, frustration, there's not enough time, there's so much to do, and you get into that habit of thinking that you just need to keep going, put on the brakes. Know that you will actually go faster if you slow down. So that is my encouragement to us all today. It was phenomenal for me to remember to do this myself, and I want you to know we practice what we preach here. We are all about applying exactly what we do. I'm going to get back into my morning formula. Next time I have a family reunion, I'm not going to set it aside and renew my commitment to doing exactly these same practices that we teach you, because they empower you, they strengthen you, they help you find who you really are and not those stories that we tell ourselves that we are. So I encourage you to do something like this today. Leave a comment, let me know here in the group how this helps you, how you find that actually slowing down for a small amount of time helps you go faster. And if you ever want help with this, go ahead and of course PM me or just message here in the group, and I will talk to you all soon.